Hey everybody, and welcome back to Baddie Guide. It's your girl Ayana back with another tutorial here. Today we are going to be doing the donut nails. They are so simple but so cute. I love them so much. Today I'm going to be using my Young Nails Cover Peach powder. That's what we're going in with right now. And of course the Kiara Sky monomer. Definitely my favorite monomer at the moment, especially because I like to get my monomer off of Amazon. That's the easiest and fastest way to get it. Because all them other monomers on Amazon I definitely would not recommend. This is definitely the way to go for you. Okay. And then the brushes we are using today is the Savvy Land brush in a size 14. As I do like to say, make sure that when you're buying these brushes, that you know that these brushes are not to last for longevity. These are some use a few times and throw away brushes. They do not last that long. They be saying that they're 100% Kolinsky. I highly doubt that. It's definitely giving false advertisement, but you know what? It is what it is. As you can see, I just went and laid down my acrylic. The first bead I put up was a little bit too high. You do want to make sure that you are putting that bead a little bit lower. Like where I just put that bead right now is where I should have started it off. And since I have recorded this video, I have been watching some other videos and noticed some of the things that I was doing wrong while applying. Because like I did say, I am a beginner, just like maybe anybody else that may be watching this. Some of y'all may be a little bit more past me, but yes, I am a beginner. And then I would like to say, I do notice some people like to buff their nails out before they start applying to the press-ons. I do not do that. The acrylic will stick to that shine on the press-on. You do not have to worry about that, okay? So as long as you're doing your placement correctly, just make sure you're good, and make sure you're going from side to side when you are doing this. It is required for you to be a little bit more light-handed when you are applying your acrylic. I'm just gonna put it straight out like this. I am not light-handed. This is something I definitely am starting to have to learn to do, because for whatever reason my hand pushes so hard. Honestly, I've never had really a reason to be light-handed until I started doing nails. If you apply too much pressure, you could swipe away most of the acrylic, which I do find myself doing sometimes. You just have to make sure that's something that you work on. Like I said, make sure that you are getting that acrylic on both sides. When you are doing it, make sure that you are checking on the side, like from the side view. And I did notice that sometimes I do not do this, but it's definitely something you should do to get it flat. I do end up getting my acrylic flat. It's just a recommendation though, to make sure that you are looking from side to side. Now, as you can see, when you are putting your acrylic on the brush, you are supposed to wait a little bit before you apply it directly to the nail. If you just apply it directly to the nail, you're gonna get a mushy mess. It's just gonna be a mess. It's gonna be running all over the place. So when I grab my acrylic, I usually flip it upside down and tap it. It might not look like I'm doing that just because it is sped up, but I definitely do that. Different people do it in different ways. Some people just flip it upside down and wait till they see the shine over the acrylic bead. I just tap mine until the shine comes all the way through. It does activate it a little bit faster. So that is what I do personally. And as you can see, I'm just wiping the sides of the nails. This will help you, like when it comes to filing, you'll be doing less filing because you're kind of just shaping the nail. Now, another thing I will say, by the time I'm done with this set, I end up having a lot of acrylic on my hand. Yes, it's definitely just a mess full blown. I would suggest wearing gloves if you have a big problem with that. I usually just wash my hands in between every step. So before I start my nails, once I'm done with the acrylic application, and then after I'm done with the actual design portion, that's how I go about it. I am looking into investing in some gloves though, just because it is really hard to get that acrylic off your hand. When I say it looks like my whole entire hand was peeling, like it literally looked like my whole entire hand was peeling off after I was done with this video. I was so confused. And this doesn't happen most days. I don't know. Sometimes you just have those struggle days when you're like, what is actually going on today? Okay. And yeah, like I said, just make sure you're being gentle with the acrylic while you are applying, and everything should be fine from there. You can see, as I'm doing right here, I am applying my base coat. I cannot say it enough. Base coat, base coat, base coat, base coat. Base coat, base coat, base coat. Make a rap song out of it if you have to. Make sure you're applying that base coat. If you don't apply your base coat, just so many things could go wrong with your nails. They'll end up peeling up, really looking real ugly in a few days, and you definitely don't want those type of complaints from your customer. The base coat that I use personally is the Model One's base coat. It's really good. I definitely like it personally. It gets the job done, and I do notice that it's still very sticky even after a bunch of cures. So I should probably search up if it's supposed to do that or not, but it's still sticky, and I feel like it helps me with my design more. It makes sure that the design goes where it needs to be going. And I'm sorry if y'all hear me stuttering. I'm just so tired today. Like, I don't know what's going on. My head hurts so bad. Have you ever felt like a pressure in the back of your eye? Well, that's what I'm feeling right now. I don't know. Every time I get a headache, it always seems to happen. It's so weird, but I made it work. Yeah, because them little Tylenols, I don't know. I think I had an off-brand Tylenol or something, but it was not working. Did not do nothing for me at all. Okay, so we just gonna apply that last little bit of base coat and let that cure, and then we are going to move on to the design. Now, before you start your design, I do want to let you know, also with that base coat, make sure that you're applying matte coat right after, because whenever you're doing like a design, like say if you're cartooning or anything like that, apply that matte coat first. It just makes it so much easier to draw on there. In this case, I wanted it to look like a donut, so I applied the matte coat, and then I go in with the nail polish, do my drips. They're almost like fire drips, if you know how to do the fire, except just round it out. And then afterwards, I go in and apply a top coat on it, but we are not that far, so I don't even know why I'm talking about top coat. The type of gel that I'm using right now is the Saviland gel. Now, even though I do not like their actual physical brushes, this gel liner, I love it so much. It's came in clutch so many times. And then with this, I'm losing my train of thought here. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, with the gel liner I used 5 different colors, and one of them was just like a regular nail polish from the Julavon, something like that, but you could get it off of Amazon. It comes in like a pack of 27 colors, but I had to use that for one of the pinks just because the pinks, some of them were matching colors, and I was like, okay, I need one more color. So it was really more like a peachy type pink, which you'll see in a few minutes here. But yeah, like I said, pick 5 different colors. It doesn't even have to be pink. Just make sure one of them is white, and then just different colors to make them pop. Yeah, pretty much, like I said, all we're doing here right now is our little drips over the matte coat. And then as you can see, when I go in to cure mine, I'm not doing the full set of nails first. It's really no reason for you to go in and do the full set. I feel like that just makes it a little bit harder, because say you did one finger and then you go to the next finger and then you accidentally touch the last finger and then you have to redo it. That's just doing entirely too much. So go ahead and get that one finger done, and then after you're done with the one finger, cure it, move on to the other hand. And then that also keeps it more simple with your organization, just for the fact you're not opening up all 5 bottles at one time and like, okay, white, pink, dark pink, fuchsia, things like that. So you could just take the white, do the white, put the white up afterwards, do that next color pink, do the other nail, put that color up afterwards, so on and so forth. I would say an easier way to do this, now that I'm thinking back looking at this video, I could have definitely just did a V shape like at the top, and then rounded it out with U's at the other side, if you know what I'm talking about. More like a lowercase n instead of a U. But yeah, whatever makes it easier for you. Or you could just draw a line straight across at whatever point you want the drips to end for the top portion, and then just round them out. Make 3 solid lines going from the top of the nail to wherever you want that portion to end, and then connect in a N shape or an upside down W like an M. Now, what I will say is when you are doing these drips, you don't want to have them all the way even at times. So as you can see, some of mine are off to the side, some of them are not. And there goes that V shape I was just talking about. So make the V shape and then just round it out. That's what's easier. But yes, don't make them look all the same. I mean, it's nothing wrong with format and consistency. It's never been anything wrong with that. But I say make them look a little bit different. Or even if you want it to look like they're connecting together next to the nails. I didn't do it like that, but you can, where it looks like all the nails flow into each other. So that'll be really nice right there for that. Yep. And like I said, cure, and go on to the next nail. Cure, and go on to the next nail. And then I'm just gonna let you guys finish watching me do this portion of the design, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. right, now that we're done with the drip portion of the nails, we are moving on to the sprinkles. Now for this part, I would say pick a few different colors. I wouldn't say random colors. Do something that makes sense, like it's gonna look good. Like, don't pick, I don't know, like brown and orange and off colors, unless that goes with it. On here, I believe I did like green. I did green, purple, yellow, red, and blue, which kind of fit in pretty well with the whole scheme of things. It looked like just the regular little sprinkles. And for this portion with the nails, I went over each finger with one color, and then I'll jump to the other hands with that same color, and then I will put it up. And then when we are doing these sprinkles, the ones in different colors, make sure they're not going in the same direction. And what I mean by that is, see how I'm doing this green right now? If one is going diagonal, make one go sideways, make one go the other way diagonally. Don't have them all going the same way, because that will make your sprinkles look really weird and it's not gonna fit in. So you want it to look, just be like random, spontaneous, like literally like you're throwing sprinkles on a donut or a cake or a cupcake, however you want to describe it. But make it look random. Don't make it look uniform, because it's not gonna look right. I'm gonna just tell you that now. And then like I said, these are the Saviland liners that I am using. Super cute. This is the glittery blue, and honestly at first I was like, I don't know if I should use this blue because it has glitter in it, but it honestly came out really, really well. I was not upset with the end result. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all finish watching this design, and we'll be back in a few. so now I'm just going over the tip of the nails with clear coat. Please be very, very careful when you're doing this portion, because you do not want that clear coat to go in between on the part that's matte, which is the background part, because it'll just throw off the whole thing. It's like, where is that clear coming from? It just doesn't make it flow. So make sure that you're really, really gentle when you're doing this. Instead of doing it how I'm doing it, if you have like a thin brush, like the 25mm brush or something just thin, I would suggest using that, so you could be more careful with going over it. The thicker the brush, a little bit harder it gets, just because since there are so many curves in this design, it could throw it off a little bit. So make sure you're being very, very precise with this portion of the nail. And this is the finished product. You got your little glossy donut look. And if you would like to see more intriguing designs, tune in to the other videos on my channel. See you next time on Baddie Guide.